It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, everybody. Good morning to you on Wednesday. We're making our way through the week swimmingly, I think. So let's do some news.
All right. Another big drug trafficker has been sentenced in federal court. This time, a 42-year-old man from Phoenix, Arizona, who investigators say trafficked $617,000 worth of meth throughout Berry, Stone, Polk, Lawrence, Greene, Jasper, and Newton counties. So really all over the Ozarks. Joseph Gilbert is the 7th out of 18 defendants in the case. Police say this was dangerous, highly organized drug trafficking ring that multiple local, state, and federal agencies worked together to track down and bust. Gilbert was initially arrested along I-44 after a chase with police in April of 2022.
Wow. Man, if that's a big ring taken down. Good for authorities. Meanwhile, a worker at Casey's store in Republic is accused of stealing lottery tickets from that convenience store. Bo Simmons and his wife, Courtney, are charged with felony stealing. Bo is accused of actually stealing the lottery tickets from his workplace. His wife is accused of cashing in the winning tickets from May through September of last year. Casey's began to investigate the losses of more than $70,000 and found surveillance video that showed the tickets being stolen. They will each appear in court later this month and then again early next month.
Springfield Police Department is very saddened by the death of a retired canine officer. Rocky, the dog, worked for the Springfield PD for 9 years and was 14 years old. He sniffed out about $175,000 worth of drugs during his tenure.
Good work.
That's hard.
Good work.
It's hard to lose the dog, though. You know, that's been a part of the family and the force.
Well, yeah, no doubt. We've all been there, and it is one of the worst things, for sure.
Yeah, I think I remember Rocky, too, by the way. Meanwhile, the current class of Springfield's canines are getting new bulletproof vests. So that's cool. The dogs are getting the vest. They are smaller and lighter than the department's current vest for the dogs. Local roofing company, Kingdom Crafters, donated $4,500 to pay for those vests.
Good for them. Good for them.
That's amazing.
Canines deserve a vest too. Now that we are in the month of April, Cox Health has its annual diaper drive going on all this month. It's in response to a stat that claims nearly half of families out there cannot provide clean diapers for their babies. That is shocking. So you're asked to donate either cloth or disposable diapers, your choice of any size, any brand. They'll take them. Even if the package is open, they'll take them. The diapers will be donated to the Diaper Bank of the Ozarks, also some other groups around the area, not all in Springfield, some out in the outside areas as well. So you can donate diapers at Cox Health locations all around the Ozarks. Be part of the solution.
All right. The restaurant chain Hooters has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but apparently instead of closing stores, Hooters plans to sell its 100 company-owned restaurants to 2 franchisee groups. Last year, dozens of restaurants did close down, but the Springfield location remains open. Reports say that the chain's original founders are planning to take each store basically back to its roots as it was at the original founding. The Springfield restaurant, meanwhile, says they aren't going anywhere.
I wonder what going back to their roots means.
I don't know. I thought about that too. I mean, the fact that the original founders are like stepping back in, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I felt weird calling Hooters yesterday. I did. I'm not going to lie. Because I just know that my name is on their caller ID.
Well, you should have had me call. They'd have said, "Hey, Mr. Foreheads."
Shut up.
Just kidding. They do have good wings. They do have good wings. Tacky yet refined, I think, is what how they describe themselves with the t-shirts.
I think I remember those t-shirts from like 1992 or so.
5 sizes too small. All right. A Democrat attorney in St. Louis is trying to kick Tesla out of the state, not allow them to do business, prevent the company from doing business here over the political views of Elon Musk. Brad Ketcher up in St. Louis trying to send an initiative petition to voters to decide whether the company is allowed to operate in the state of Missouri. He's trying to utilize a Missouri law that requires new cars and trucks to be sold through franchise dealers. The attorney is unhappy with government layoffs and budget cuts coming from the new Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE.
TikTok could still end up banned. This is interesting. We shall see. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, needs to sell the app by Saturday or else face being banned in the U.S. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, along with President Trump, all of them have agreed that TikTok poses a national security risk, basically due to its creators using it to spy on Americans.
Trump went the other way on that. He switched.
He did?
He's trying to get an American company to buy him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. But I mean, I stand by what I said, because yes, he's trying to get an American company to buy it. But the whole point is that if it doesn't sell by Saturday, then it could be banned in the U.S.
Against his wishes, but yes.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Lots going on this weekend, and we're still a couple days away, by the way. But First Friday Art Walk is this Friday. Hoping for good weather, because we are expecting some rain over the next few days, but maybe not during that time. Also, as part of that, this weekend is the Gilloy's Jazz Festival. It starts with the Art Walk on Friday. Then Saturday is a concert at the Gilloy's featuring John, is it Pizzarelli? Am I saying that right? Anybody know? Anybody? And the Missouri Jazz Orchestra. Then on Sunday at the Gilloy's, a free movie, The Wizard of Oz. You can experience the classic film on the big screen. Doors open at 1 and the movie starts at 2. I'm laughing at myself because I probably said his name wrong. And the people who know.
Right, but you brought attention to it. So everybody else knows now too.
Sorry if I said it wrong.
The key. Here's a secret for people at home. I know
the key. It's confidence and keep moving on.
You bluff your way through it because people don't know how to pronounce the name, and then
I remember like during the height of ISIS, we got some crazy names to pronounce every single night, and I got really good at like practicing the phonetics and then just moving on with confidence. But This one feels like a name that people are like, yeah, no, you said that wrong.
Don't think so, but perhaps. The key with those names, I would practice them and get them down, and then I would mess up the word "and" right after them or something. That's always what happened. I would nail the hard word and then hard word, and then I would be congratulating myself in my head while I'm reading the next thing and totally mess it up.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. Before we go, we want to remind you that it is not too late to play at aroundtheozarks.com for the Ferris Zero Turn Lawnmower. We are teaming up with Springfield's Rock Station Q102 and Sportsland pickup covers and trailer sales for the ultimate lawnmower giveaway. So just go to aroundtheozarks.com, enter for your chance to win. This lawnmower, by the way, is valued at nearly $5,000, and we are giving it away to one person. So we're going to be picking 5 qualifiers per week to be a part of what will be an in-person giveaway happening on May 2nd, which is a Friday at Sportsland. The winner will be chosen that night. We will announce it. You do need to be 18 years or older to play.
Okay. That's a great prize. I mean, man, when you're talking almost $5,000, that's fantastic. So somebody's going to win it.
And the lawnmowers are just cool. Like you've seen the zero turn wins. They're just neat. So
that's true.
Okay.
That's true. I used to have one. I have a robot now.
It's our old neighbor hooked us up with a robot, and he's tired. The robot's tired.
The robot's doing fine in the backyard. Our problem is we have a fence, and I don't have one of those things for it to go under.
Yeah.
But I finally got it worked out in the backyard. The problem was the wires. It uses like an underground fence wire to stay in bounds. But now, Brian and Paula.
Yeah.
Brian just texted me the other day and said that he has one of the new ones, which run no wires. It runs off satellite, and you can you just use your phone and you can draw. If you wanted to do just a portion of the yard, you can draw that with your finger.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
But they are more expensive. So,
you know what we're going to do on Around the Ozarks in a few days? I'm going to show them that video, that AI video of you. Yeah.
There's no good way to show that here.
I can probably do it. I'm going to work on that. Suffice to say, people, watch out for AI. That's all I know. Watch out. It's kind of crazy. I mean, everybody already knows that.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, babe.
Ethan, there's a video, an artificial video of Ethan, and he's like looking like profile, and then he like turns to the camera and like looks right at the camera. But the profile, like 100,000,000% looks identical to him.
Because it is me. What somebody at work did, my friend Joe, he likes to mess around with me and AI as much as he possibly can. So he had a picture of me. We were in the fires in Los Angeles covering that for Convoy of Hope. And there was a picture taken of me next to the camera interviewing someone. So it's a profile shot of me looking this way. The shot is from this side. Well, Joe gave AI that photo and then said, make it video and make the person, me, turn to the camera and smile. So it did it. It's me looking that way, and then I turn and my face morphs into not me, but eerily similar to me. It's very strange to see it. But that's what it did. That's what he did. That's what he told AI to do.
Watch out, people.
It's creepy.
That's all I gotta say.
It's creepy.
Okay. That's it. We digress. Anyway, go to aroundtheozarks.com, play for the lawnmower, and otherwise, we hope you have a great Wednesday. Stay tuned for Abby Dyer. She is up next. Meteorologist will let you know what's going on this week because rain is on the way.
Yeah, there's flooding possible, very strong storms possible. So check in with her and be ready. Have a great day.
See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Wednesday. I hope you were able to have a restful sleep, but I know there are some thunderstorms on the radar. So you may have gotten a bit of an early wake-up call this morning on this Wednesday. Severe weather is the big headline in the forecast, and we are far from done with the severe weather chances. This week has really looked active, and now those storms are well underway. The threat for severe weather exists out there this morning, and we also have another even stronger chance for severe weather as we head into this afternoon and evening. So I will dive right in this morning. The storms that we have this morning are generally pretty elevated. It means that the biggest risks associated with them are hail and wind. However, there's still an isolated tornado threat early on today, too. So I want to make sure you're paying attention. If you're heading out the door, going to work, going to school, you may have some storms to dodge early this morning, and they could contain severe weather. So big heads up for you there. That's also possible by pickup time later this afternoon into this evening, and additional showers and thunderstorms are in my forecast even as we head into later parts of the work week. Severe weather, though, starts the day today, and it's not just for us. It's for a huge section of the country, all the way from the Ohio River Valley back down through portions of Texas. It's a widespread area across the country today, experiencing showers and thunderstorms. This morning, the threats include hail to the size of ping pong balls, 60-plus mile-an-hour winds, and that isolated tornado threat. However, this threat increases as we head through later parts of the day, and the severe weather chances look a little bit better south of I-44, a line from Harrison back up through Houston. I think especially by this afternoon, we are talking about some big time severe weather, and I want everyone to be on high alert for all modes of severe weather being possible. That means large damaging hail. In fact, National Weather Service is mentioning hail to the size of tennis balls is possible. We are talking incredibly strong winds as well as a tornado threat in our southeastern counties this afternoon. Time frame there probably sometime from lunch through about 5 p.m. So it is going to be an active day across the Ozarks for sure. Not only do we have strong thunderstorm wind gusts, but the wind in general is very strong this morning. We have gusts, non-thunderstorm wind gusts of 45 miles an hour. So it's just not a pleasant day to be outdoors. You definitely need the rain gear. You need to be on alert for severe weather, but the wind is pretty bothersome too. Even if you're driving and you're not underneath a thunderstorm, you're probably going to experience some of those gusty winds in the Ozarks. It's not going to rain all day everywhere in the Ozarks, but we have really two chances for rain and storms. One this morning, one developing again this afternoon. Larger hail is possible today. I mentioned that threat for the tennis ball size hail as we move into the second half of the afternoon today. Then, as we move into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the big risk in the forecast becomes flooding. And I mean serious flooding. I want you to take this seriously, especially if you live in a flood-prone area, because it's pretty much a guarantee. The numbers that models are spitting out here for rainfall totals are pretty unreal. We're talking more than 5, 6, 7 inches of rain in a short period of time. There could be some folks that get a foot of water as we head through the weekend forecast, which is way too much too fast. It will lead to flooding in the Ozarks, and not just the Ozarks, but a widespread area across the country. For south central Missouri, I think that's especially where we are going to see some of that impactful flooding all the way down into northern Arkansas. Several rounds of showers and thunderstorms are expected into Saturday, and this means several inches of rainfall will occur. This is going to increase the risk for flash flooding, increase river levels. Not a good weekend for camping, or camping especially along any area waterways. The highest flood concern, at least at this point, does appear to be southeast of Springfield, but I would include Springfield in the threat for getting some flooding as well. This is really going to peak for us Friday night into Saturday, so please remain weather aware and plan for this to come if you have anything going on this weekend. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's our severe weather in the forecast that's making national news headlines. It's never good when you see your own area making the national news headlines, but what we're talking about is significant life-threatening flash flooding beginning today for much of the Ohio Valley and the Mid-South. Severe weather is also in the forecast today for our area into the middle and lower Mississippi valleys and much of the Midwest. And we are also talking about this late season winter storm for the northern plains. That's continuing up on the northern tier of the country today. A lot of folks getting some snowfall. It's cold out west too. In fact, highs were in the 30s in Utah yesterday with some surprise snowfall. So winter not over for some across the country, whereas here in the Midwest, it's full swing into severe weather season. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question yesterday was, which planet is the rebellious one? It spins the other way. It goes clockwise in our solar system. Do you think that is A, Earth, B, Venus, C, Mercury, or D, Pluto? I know Pluto's technically a dwarf planet now, but I still included it in the options. It's not the correct answer. The correct answer, by the way, is Venus. B, congrats if that was your guess. Venus rotates very slowly in a retrograde. That means clockwise direction, meaning that the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. That would be bizarre. Unlike Earth, the sun rises in the east here and sets in the west. Uranus was not an option on this list, but you may also be aware that it actually rotates on its side. So it has some interesting angles as well with its rotation, but the correct answer was B, Venus. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. May come in handy to know this answer this weekend. As little as how much water can move most cars off the road? Do you think it's A, 3 inches, B, 6 inches, C, 1 foot, or D, 2 feet of water. You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. If you need updated weather info all day long, you can check out our website. We'll have that updated for you, aroundtheozarks.com. And thanks so much to our sponsors, John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I want everybody to stay safe today in the Ozarks. Know where your safe place is, at home, at school, and try not to be out on the roads during a severe thunderstorm. I'll chat with you again early tomorrow.